to the over, and 28 are required off the last 2 overs. After 8, it's 96 for 2.
Well, it looks like the cameraman also thought that was going to end up somewhere up by the trees. He just doesn't get it right, and Sam Pearce, he holds his nerve and takes the catch.
So here's Isan, and he's been so good at hitting boundaries straight away. But, I mean, it depends how you bowl to him. He's a guy that loves a bit of length. He loves going leg side, and I think his worst nightmare is somebody like Andy Rishton coming on now, who's going to bowl the ninth, who will go full, he'll go wide, and if he gets it right, I think Isan, not so sure he'll have the answers. So the biggest game, or the biggest over in this game, is coming up now in the ninth with 28 required. Again, whatever you get this over, you don't need in the last. And whatever you don't get, you will need. Sounds obvious, but it means this is a huge 6 balls coming up from Rishton.
Yeah, massive. And Rishton, you see, yes, he's just having a look. I think he'd be looking to dab sort of in the area where we see Ben Claydon. That's the area where he's played some nice shots, yes, here.
No deep point. So if it goes wide, I'll be slashing over the offside.
It goes for the pull shot. Ends up clonking him on the pads.
So let me
on the glove, so it's going to be a run. So yes,
yeah,
here.
It's a bit of batter on that, I think. Now, let me talk you through the field here. So all the 5 outfielders are in a row, from deep square, deep mid wicket, long off, long on, and deep extra cover. So the unprotected boundaries are pretty much everything from the keeper around to that cover, but that's not really Isan's zone. I don't think he cares where the fielders are. He wants to go leg side. Here we go. Rishton to Isan.
Hits it firmly, but it's a chance, and it goes down. Can you believe it? They could have had Ishan the very first ball. And, well, what a let off that is. Who drops that?
That's normally Bevan territory out there.
I think that is Bevan. I've not seen him drop one first time. Pressure. That's what pressure does.
Yeah, and he picked out one of those outfielders that we talked about. It is Tom Bevan. He just grasps it, but he does save the boundary. Again, sliding door moment. If that gets away for 4, it's such a pressure reliever. At least he does stop the boundary. It was a chance to get rid of Mohammad Isan. Yasser Ali, can he accelerate through this 9th over?
Slower delivery up in the air. Should be taken. And it is taken. So Yasser Ali does go to the raw out in the middle there of the England Lions. They've got another one. Yasser does go. He'll go for 27 off the 19 deliveries he faces. But look, the thing is with that one, I mean, you were saying he wasn't hitting the ball as cleanly as we know he can. I mean, it could end up in their favour, right?
Yeah, perhaps, because I think we'll see Christian Munoz-Mills striding to the wicket, and he is a powerful guy, and he seems to have the knack of hitting boundaries straight away, and he'll need to. This game is on a knife's edge right now. It could change in a matter of balls. And I think at the moment Rishton has been a real solid performer for England 11 this week. Yasser Ali goes for 27. Batted through the innings to that point, but he has to go. The score is 98 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Munoz-Mills comes out. He's batted so well. He's always performed when he has had to for his team. I mean, he's got Mohammad Ishan out there who's very lucky to be there. He was dropped off the first ball.
26 off 9 required.
Rishton hits hard, hits straight, but it could be out. And it's
Drops.
Another drop. I don't believe it. I cannot believe it. And that's Harrison Ward puts it down. Well, can you believe this?
Wow, he looked gone, didn't he? On the move, Ward. Check the ball here. I don't think it ever hits the rope.
Both batters dropped on 0. Wow. Rishton can't believe it. I mean, the key thing is it's ones, but not boundaries, but still, both of these batters, they shouldn't be there. Rishton once more. And this is launched in the air, but it's catchable. Bevan, will he make amends? Yes, he will. He drops him when he was on 0, but he gets him when he's on 1. So Mohammad Ishan, it doesn't end up hurting them. This goes a long way up. It's a difficult one to get. Well, they're happy about it. The English fans are starting to sense something maybe. They're dancing around with the victorious in their hand. And Rishton, well, he quite easily could have had a 5-er, really, couldn't he? He does pick up a wicket here. But he had Ishan dropped earlier on 0. And he also had the captain of Spain, Christian Munoz-Mills, dropped on 0 as well.
Yeah, I mean, Rishton's really delivered this over when they needed plenty off the last two. I think it was 28 they needed. This over's gone 1 wicket. And it just seems highly unlikely that we'll see Spain coming back from here. But we have seen it before. Remember Norway, for example, who in the tournament, they took 21 off the last over to win a match.
Long Burns. I mean, look, you've still got a batter who's got plenty of experience.
I don't think you're running here a 1. I don't think you are. I think Chris Munoz-Mills, he's the guy that can win the game for you. And this is what he's done during the tournament. It's been an interesting one. I think Burns has a free swing at this. Does he get funky? What's he going to try to Rishton? Yeah, no.
Tries to get funky, but ends up hitting him. Good bowling from Rishton. That's why he's so clever. He knows or he sees what Burns trying to do early and he just follows him. Ends up with a dot. What an over. That is what a spell of bowling. 2 for 8.
2 for 8. And, well, regardless of what happens, I think you can put him in for the player of the match. I mean, think about how well he batted. Think about, I hate to go back to it, but that chance that Rishton gave in the first innings that you felt cost Spain runs, because then Rishton went absolutely berserk. Whacked another 20 or 30 after that. And he follows up with 2 for 8. With the ball, 25 required off 6. Well, now you're basically saying to Christian Munoz-Mills, I need 4 maximos from you. I'm not so sure that we'll see too many 1s here. I don't think 1s move the needle that much. I know you say take every run, but 1 doesn't help you as much. You need boundaries. So you need, I think, your best boundary hitter out of the 2 to be facing every single ball here.
I'm still so surprised with the choice. I was surprised yesterday, and it worked a treat when they went for Jaffa Chauhan. The game for Jaffa Chauhan here again. He's bowling the last over. He hasn't bowled at all. 25 needed. Oh, brave. I tell you, this is a really brave call because, well, I think top of my memory, you still got Alex Russell. Who's got
Russell went 1 for 13 and he doesn't get called on again. They're giving him somebody new to look at. Look, he's got 25 to play with. He should be fine. Brackets should. So Christian Munoz-Mills, he's just trying to send 4 balls out of the park here. And if they do that, I think Spain survive. Otherwise, it's England going through. Doesn't help.
It's a swing and a miss at the first ball, so that's going to be 25 of 5 deliveries.
Regardless of Russell or Chauhan, it's leg spin, so Munoz-Mills, you imagine he's swinging into the movement. They just don't want to give him something that's too full here.
Change the field straight away. It's a dot ball, but then Dan Lincoln says, right, I'm going to change the field now.
Well, they need a miracle, Spain. I'll just say it. They need 4 out of 5 pretty much to fly out of the park. Don't get this. So now we're talking 4 6s to tie. And we are at the literal point of no return now for Team España, a team that won their first 6 games this week and then just have hit the skids on Thursday and Friday. And if this stays in the ballpark, you know, England, they're going to hold on here.
He did well, but he's not going to be the 6 that they needed. It's not going to be in the boundary either. So, yeah, I mean, it's only a single. So, England look like they're going to book their place in the final here. 24 required of the 3 deliveries that remain. It's not possible unless we see a real clanger here from Chauhan. He bowls a no ball that gets thumped for 6. That's it. It's game over.
Credit to Chauhan. He's bowled a good last over here. It's a brave call from Lincoln, but he knows what he's doing. He knows the guys. And he trusted Jaff with this over. He's not letting him down.
He's hit pretty well, and that's 1-6. And hits this really well. So Long Burns, he says, well, I don't care. I'm still going to keep trying. You never know what could happen. You just never know. So that's right. 1.
Yeah, you've got a no ball 6 in here. You can get back into the zone of possibility.
So 18 of 2, but yeah, what Spain are hoping is that Chauhan or somebody, maybe a fielder, who knows, makes an error. It's a no ball. That's hit for 6, and then they're right back in it. Goes hard, and, well, great bit of fielding. That's the standards that England have set, and maybe you can turn around and say the reason why England are going to go all the way and book their place in the final against Netherlands is because they're a team that are able to do things like this.
Yeah, does well. Times it to perfection, and he makes sure it's a catch and release job from Godsall. So England 11, they lost their first 4. They have not lost since. They're on a collision course now with the Dutch in what I'm sure will be a memorable final. 2 to come in this game.
And this is hit hard, but it's just going to be a single, and that is that. It will finish 108, and England, after losing their first 4 matches on a spin, and not just losing the way they lost, they just didn't seem the part, they didn't look the business, but now they do look the business. They continue their unbeaten run. They won the last 4 in their group matches, and now they won both the matches here today. They are booking their place in the final against Netherlands. And well, this fantastic effort, you got to say, and this fantastic run of the Spanish team comes to an end, but not before they have won so many hearts, and not before they have really put cricket in Spain on the map.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so hard not to be disappointed for the Spanish. Of course, they played basically the 3 days of cricket of their lives to go 6-0 at one point, but they find themselves just short. And well, we know cricket's a cruel game anyway. T10 cricket is a really cruel game, and you just think about the fact that they had probably a chance there to keep it a little bit lower, and then maybe they would get home. But our team of Spaniard, they've done their country proud. I mean, we saw the Spanish club, Paco Badalona,